Rogue Legacy 2 is a genealogical roguelite game with heirs and permanent enhancements. Players must use their fortune to expand the family mansion and bestow distinctive qualities and skills on their progeny. The game has 15 new classes, 2.5D stylings, and 2.5D characters with hand-drawn backgrounds. It also includes heirlooms, characteristics 2.0, and relics, all of which alter gameplay. The game has a deep storyline, as well as new game features such as more characteristics, spells, classes, biomes, opponents, equipment, chambers, stories, and mysteries. Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled is a completely updated and revved-up version of the original CTR experience. Original game modes, characters, tracks, power-ups, weaponry, and controls are available to players. Crash Nitro Kart includes more karts, circuits, and arenas. Online leaderboards let gamers to compete with their friends while also customizing their ride with insane kart goodies and skins. Wumpa coins, Grand Prix, and online multiplayer functions require an internet connection. Shovel Knight Specter of Torment is an action-packed prequel to Shovel Knight in which players control Specter Knight, an enchantress servant, in order to recruit knights and establish the Order of No Quarter. The mobility of Specter Knight allows him to glide across the ground, scale walls, and command weaponry. The game combines motion and action with a lovely 8-bit graphics. It also has well-balanced gameplay, insane monsters, and new challenges. Hob is an evocative adventure set in a chaotic environment. To rebuild the planet, players must unravel its mysteries and solve riddles. The game has improved performance and features that are exclusively accessible on the Nintendo Switch. By improving their mechanical glove arm, gripping, punching, and warping around the globe, players can gain new abilities. The game also has an open environment, ruins, sprites to befriend, and rogue monsters to confront. The ultimate Hob experience comes with improved performance and features. Valfaris is a 2D action platformer set in a dark universe where the Valfaris Citadel has reappeared after disappearing from galaxy maps. Therion Valfaris' son returns to discover its destiny and confront the ancient evil. Savage combat, lethal opponents, and bosses are among the game's highlights. The game was created by the same team that created Slain Back from Hell, and it unlocks full metal mode for even more difficult gameplay. Therion's brave son returns to discover the truth about Valfaris' destiny. Underhero is an RPG platformer in which the selected hero fails and an underling replaces him. Timing-based combat is used to beat opponents, face odd monsters, and save the Chestnut Kingdom from Mr. Stitches. The game's pixel imagery is luxuriant with cartoony elements and a humorous bent. In a fantasy adventure, players can hop, stab, avoid, chat, and bribe. In a world full of friends, adversaries, and unusual inhabitants, they may level up, solve puzzles, and discover mysteries. After a lab accident, a scientist awakens in a fascinating foreign environment, debating if it is a faraway planet, the far future, or a clever virtual reality computer simulation. Exploring the world's mysteries, uncovering weapons, artifacts, and talents, and battling odd biomechanoid constructions, ancient war debris, and demons are all part of the game. Players may also ruin the game by corrupting enemies and solving puzzles using bugs. Axiom Verge investigates the fine border between life and afterlife, reality and virtuality, dream and horror. The Soul Flame is a 2D puzzle platformer in which players use their soul flame to unleash incredible abilities and explore the frightening afterlife. Slowing time and striking crystals allow players to unveil the secret power within them. They must also travel through time and space in order to discover keys linked to another soul. Elston players can gather essence to get access to ancient relics and improve their powers. The game's graphic style is dreamlike, with gorgeous surroundings and hand-drawn drawings. Sonic Mania is a 2D Sonic adventure with retro-style visuals and 60 FPS. Players can take on the roles of Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles and battle new enemies as well as Dr. Eggman's villainous robot army. The game puts a unique spin on classic zones and lets players compete in competition mode or work together in co-op mode. Sonic Mania, created by Christian Whitehead, Headcanon and Pagoda West Games in partnership with Sonic Team, is an exciting experience for lovers of the Sonic franchise. Sundered is a one-of-a-kind game about a traveler imprisoned in a devastated planet. To overcome huge bosses, players must employ corrupted relics, but at the expense of their humanity. The Magnate of the Gong upgrade, local co-op multiplayer functionality, new regions, and a chaotic battle against the new boss are all included in the game. Beautiful hand-drawn visuals, dramatic boss fights, optional local co-op, hundreds of upgrades, different character builds, handcrafted and procedural stages, several endings, and over 15 hours of gameplay. Ruined King: A League of Legends story is a Riot Forge game that immerses players in the League of Legends realm via an immersive turn-based RPG. Players may build their own party, command an unusual squad of champions, explore Bilgewater and the Shadow Isles, and learn about the Lane Initiative system. The Lane Initiative system, which allows players to pick their approach for each enemy clash and affect the direction of the combat, is one of the game's most important elements. Doggos are going extinct in a post-apocalyptic world. Alpha, who has lost his closest companion, comes across mutants and discovers T1, a lost dog. He accompanies Alpha on a quest to find out what happened to all the doggos. Players must rescue and release them from the clutches of the bad guys while exploring abandoned badlands, wrecked towns, military outposts, and forgotten jungles. Players may defend their yard against excessively tanned monsters, electric adversaries, and tofu connoisseurs thanks to the game's unique bark on tower defense. Lost Ruins is a 2D survival action game in which a young girl awakens in a dark dungeon with no recollection of her past. She is saved by the mysterious Beatrice and sets off on a hazardous mission to discover the Lost Ruins mysteries. The game features strategic and deliberate combat, with players able to kill creatures and bosses by using weapons, spells, and accessories. In Lost Ruins, the environment may be manipulated to your advantage, with objects responding realistically to create danger. The more you learn about and interact with the planet, the more deadly you become. Strayed Lights is an engrossing action-adventure set in a surreal world teeming with corruption and darkness. As a fledgling light, you must battle charming beings distorted by their emotions to liberate yourself from the shadows that surround you. The game transports players across broken regions, from luminous woods to gorges, dungeons, and perplexing mist. Players must recover their light by confronting inner demons and assisting creatures on their journey. Players can alter colors to battle shadow monsters, resisting their attacks while matching their hues. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!